So this is the SnoFisk Puckerfisk, and it's a really fun board. This is my first SnoFisk board, and I had a pretty good time with it. It's, as you can see, it's got a nice directional shape. It's got kind of a very blunt nose and a very lunate tail, but as you can see here, it's almost like the nose starts just after the binding kind of comes up. So it's just a nice shovel nose. Really got a lot of good directional float. 2, 4, 6 inserts, normal inserts. A little bit of rocker on the tail, but not much. It's almost like camber all the way to the tail. And you can see there's a little camber back here. And then it kind of angles down into flat and then out to rocker. And that's really fun for this type of shape because it's got a very surfy, very fun ride to it. It's very off the tail. Like I said in the review, I started, because here's what's cool. You're looking at kind of almost a 23 and a quarter reference stance. So I was it was all groomers, unfortunately, with this board. So I started up here. I centered it to, I didn't center it, I got it to about 23. And I didn't really like that feel. So I just kept bringing it back. And when I got it all the way back, that's when I really started liking the way the board rode. Where some freeride boards like this, you can play around with the stance width and it kind of shines everywhere. This felt like it really lit up. The further you go off the tail, the further you get back towards that camber. And I really liked that. It was really fun. So let's talk about, setback here on board. You're looking at just about, God, it's kind of between 21 and a quarter and 21 and a half. We'll just say 21 and a half because it seems closer to that. And then off the tail here, you're looking at just about 16. So it's 5 and a half. Is that right? 21. Yeah, 21 and a half and just about 16. So you're looking at 5 and a half, which is pretty good. I mean, there are some boards like this that are much more setback, but this isn't bad at all. And I can just tell with this kind of very setback camber to a nice long low profile shovel nose, this is going to float like a champ. It's going to sink a little bit, but it's not going to sink that much. And like we said in our review, the only complaint was just the flex just felt a little too snappy and soft. That carbon fiber you can kind of see through here really snaps and pops. And it was really easy getting air off the tail. It just didn't feel, I felt like it needed either to be more damp or to be, a little more stiff so it could absorb chunder a little more. But then you just have just a nice clear base with graphic underneath, which is fine. It's, it's well done. The edge hold you can see kind of on the side cut. I don't really see anything special there. And it doesn't seem like, it didn't seem like a super, super quick turner, but it was pretty quick. All in all, I think it's a great board. I'm glad I got to know the SnoFisk line, and I'd like to get to know it better and see what other rides they have out there and how they compare to this and how they compare to others. I rode this against a lot of our free ride favorites, and it definitely had its own unique personality. Didn't necessarily unseat any of them, but at the same time, it didn't shit the bed or anything like that. It's a good board, and it's fun to ride, and it's got its own personality. So yeah, really interested in seeing more out of SnoFisk. And there you have a look under the pretty lights.